Hi, welcome to another episode of the Esports Classroom Podcast. This time, we're going to have a couple college players on here who are actually my former high school players for a couple years. We're going to talk about their experiences, what they've learned, what they've taken away, all of that. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves right now.
I'm Ryne Erickson. I am a current esports player for Marshalltown Community College.
My name is Roby Widner, and I'm also a current esports player for Marshalltown Community College.
Like I said, these two happen to be former students of mine at Nevada High School here in Iowa. When we started the program back in the fall of 2020, they were both there that first year as freshmen. That was a little bit of time ago. Now, Ryan didn't come out for Smash, unfortunately. Well, you're busy with other sports, right? Roby, you were with us from the start with Smash, though, right?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. But you guys have had a lot of success at the high school level. In our second year, my last season as a coach at Nevada, of course, you guys end up winning state in Mario Kart. Even repeated the next year without me. I was a little disappointed in that. Without me, can't win a state championship without me. But I mean, that's pretty good success, and for a high school program to get started. So we kind of let you guys kind of share. Why did you join esports, and then what were kind of the biggest things you remember from high school esports that you'll still take away?
For me, I just didn't find
you sports.
Sorry. For me, I just didn't find any physical sports like football or basketball enjoyable to me. So, and I really enjoyed playing video games, so esports was the go-to for me. And since day one, I've been really enjoying it. Like, I've been going at it for a while now.
Mm-hmm. And well, for me, I had a similar thing, but I also still participate in recreational sports. So I did cross country, baseball, the sorts like that. I didn't even know we had esports until the spring, to be honest.
Yeah.
When I heard there's Mario Kart going on, so I just tried out for that. And it's also part of the track team for a little bit. And then I got to weigh my choice between the two since they both overlapped. And once it came clear that I would probably matter more on the Mario Kart team as a stronger piece of it than on the track team, that kind of just made my choice much easier. And it kind of just took off from there.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, I could immediately tell that Mario Kart was your best game because of how good you
Now, I do remember I had to talk you into playing Rocket League one time because we're missing somebody. I mean, it was a car game, so it's still. Hey, you scored the first goal that day. I mean, yes, Rocket League may not have been that. We got destroyed, but you scored the first goal that day, and I still talk about that because.
The funniest thing is it didn't count because the room crashed like 15 seconds later.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. I mean, both of your guys' stories are a thing we talk about a lot. I've talked with other coaches in our programs, and we get students who are involved in other activities. This becomes something you can easily do because, again, Roby, you like video games, right? Easy thing to get into, and then an easy group to hang out with because you're just playing video games at school. And so that's good too. Whereas Ryan, you had to make that decision between an activity you already do in a sport and a non-sport, or it's an activity. I'm still not going to call esports all the way a full sport because then I have to go and do concussion training, and I don't want to do that. But so what were some of those big things you guys had to learn to be part of esports as opposed to just playing video games at home?
I mean, a lot of times when you're playing video games at home, you either like on call with someone casually or you're just by yourself playing a game. Especially for esports, it's in a competitive setting. You got to be able to very quickly and verbally communicate everything to your teammates, your friends, other people. And it's just something that doesn't always happen a lot in other sports. Like football, you have some communication, but then like once the play starts, there isn't really a whole lot of talking. There's other sports that are like that. Baseball has some communication between coach and players, but outside that, it's just you and the pitcher, no speaking.
Yeah, unlike casual games. Yeah, unlike casual games, esports is taken more seriously as a competitive game. Mm-hmm. Like, you really got to learn how to actually play it, like all the advanced stuff.
Yep. I mean, and you guys, of course, both put in a ton of hours for Mario Kart. I mean, that's what you've continued to play at the college level, and that's what we had the state title in. And for those who don't know, like, you know, esports has only been around in Iowa really since about 2019 at the high school level organized. And we didn't really back in, of course, the state title that they won was in the spring of 2022. Yep, I gotta get my years right.
Yeah.
And it was still virtual. We were not in person for our state championship yet. You can actually still go see the live stream of it because it was kind of fun because I did the math and I knew we already won before the last race. So it was kind of nice when the last race happens. I could wait a while. I still want them to try, run the score up a little bit more. But it's still one of those videos I show to people, or I guess let people listen to, because you can hear in the background the excitement, the joy of winning that state championship. Even if you weren't at like a place in person to do it, it still was that big thing. And of course, the next fall, got to hang the banner in the gym with all the other sport state championship banners. We lost Ryan's camera, so we'll hopefully be able to come back soon. It is one of those things of it was a big difference. You're still here. It was a big thing. So what's your favorite moment from high school esports? And if it was a state championship, you can still talk about that. Or some of your top moments.
Mm-hmm. You go first, Roby, if you want.
My favorite moment was us securing the win to go to the championship, because that is a really good feeling.
Mm-hmm. For me, I really enjoyed like just getting to meet all these new people into it. Like a lot of people I probably wouldn't have met otherwise. And on top of that, you also have the state championship. But I think the singular match that I had the most memories of is that I think the semi quarterfinals of on our way to our second championship, where we ended up only winning by like 2 points to a very scary team.
Oh yeah,
that was very frightening, but it was also very exhilarating to see that we did end up winning.
Yep.
Yeah, we almost lost to a team that we beat in state the previous year.
I mean, those are good memories to have and probably helped you. So we're going to kind of skip ahead to college right now. You guys both play now at the collegiate level. So what was the big difference then moving from high school esports to college level esports? You both are playing at Marshalltown Community College.
Mm-hmm. For me, the difference is just how much more, how do I say it? How more locked in everyone is. Like in high school, even though like for our team, when we are at our best, we're all locked in for Mario Kart stuff. There's still a good chunk of goofing around because it was still high school. We were just high school kids having fun. But once you get to the collegiate level, everyone is 100% serious, dead on to do their best they can possibly do for their title.
Yep, there's no goofing around and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that is a big thing. I mean, talking with our players today, it was about how focused are you, especially with their communication. They're running commentary. I'm like, guys, you aren't doing the shoutcasting. You're playing. You need to be focused on what you're doing. Mm-hmm. So those are skills that you guys have been locked in. What has really helped you guys both excel at Mario Kart, do you think? Because you guys have been near national titles, and both you guys were ranked 1 and 2 last year, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You had to play each other twice for the national title, which I still love that fact.
Mm-hmm. It's a very similar feeling because at the highest level, we consistently play the same energy. I feel like, oh my gosh, someone remembers. I feel that the energy I put into it is the same. It's just how long I've been doing it, the more experience behind it, I'm trying to think of the words. There's a different energy. Even if you put the same in, it's a different thing coming out at these two different levels. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you both do the time trials a whole lot. I remember that in high school. It was when we do the time trials things, you guys were very focused on that. You just do it over and over again. So do you still put that much time into the time trials today when you're training, or what does your typical training routine look like?
Yeah. So every week we have a new track to time trial. Mm-hmm. This week is, for example, Sky Sunday.
Choco.
Next week is Mushroom Gorge, etc.
Mm. Yeah. Currently, I think we have Choco Mountain doing it right. We're doing that one right now, and overall, even It's a similar kind of format to how for the Mario Kart in high school they kind of just choose a random track and have the top players do it. Kind of do that, but it's internally within our program. Choose a track, grind it out, try to get the fastest times within our team, and then
Yeah,
spoils go to the fastest person.
Yep.
yeah, and what we do sometimes is with the way our 1v1 league is, we have one track like for the varsity players and another track like for the JV players.
Mhm.
So obviously you two have known each other for a while now. Do you still practice together? Are you guys still very competitive against each other? Are you trying to help each other more so as you guys keep competing?
Well, it's a bit of both. Like specifically,
Mhm.
like last fall when we were competitors against each other for the 1v1 format. But even then, we still would consistently give help and tips to each other to improve each other because what's the
Yeah.
fun in keeping all the secrets? Because
Yep.
that'll just make your opponent less of a competition to go against. You want to go against the best of the best. You don't want to hinder your opponents through any way possible other than on the racetrack itself.
Mhm.
Right. What are some obstacles you guys have had to overcome to keep playing esports, or the things that made it more difficult to focus on esports now that you're at college?
Um, it's more so time now, like
Hmm?
because of the different time allotments for college rather than against esport esports in high school. Because in high school, you go to school, you finish school, and then you have your allotted practice time afterwards. This time, this time, because of how many different time frames that all the other kids have for esports, you got to schedule around that. You got to maybe find wonky times to add practice in. Like last a year in the spring, I think we had uh, one weird time that started at like 6 p.m. on Thursdays or something like that,
Mm.
which is much later than a normal practice. But we had to do it that way because we had so many kids that were taking later time period classes. So it's just trying to find all that time to get it to work. Once it does get put in, it kind of fits in the same way as high school, but it's just getting that started.
Now, do either of you have outside jobs that you're doing or other things? Is it just class and esports? Or are you having to juggle class, esports, and work?
You can answer that one, Roby.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually do a work study for the esports team
Huh?
called Console Lounge Supervisor. We just got a new console lounge this year. We're using the old bookstore for it, and now there's separate supervisors. Like there's four for each: the PC arena and the console lounge.
Mhm.
And
And
Ryan, didn't you do
I
that
had to
last year
say
too?
I had a similar thing last year. I was the console lounge supervisor last year, and it was uh for generally easy to do it because the lounge supervisor just make sure no one's breaking
Yeah,
stuff, I guess.
yeah. Make sure nothing gets damaged or
Yes.
stolen.
And then for
Important things to do.
when your job's overlapping with practice, they let you do practice while you're working your job. So in that case, it kind of makes it even a little bit easier because you're still doing practice and it's not taken away from your work time.
Yep.
Hmm.
Uh, so share a little bit about college esports, like kind of alluded to, you guys have performed well. So how many seasons you guys play right now? What have the state champion or the sorry, not state, the championships and all that looked like? How do you guys compete?
Well, we just compete wherever we can. We compete in the NJCAE league, which is just a junior college league for 2 year colleges. We got colleges all around the country that compete in it. We are all virtual. Um, we do a regular season. It consists of 7 weeks, and then we move on to postseason, which each title has it slightly different, and even
Mhm.
beyond that, different levels of that title can have slightly different postseasons. You have anything else, Roby, to add on?
Um, yeah, what Ryan said. Yeah, yeah. Each level of the league has different postseasons. There's three levels. Well, the third one is just more casual, open league, and the tournament is opt-in always. Yeah, for D2 it's just top this amount of people can go to playoffs, so like only the best of the best. And then for D1 it's very interesting because there can be like 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 6 groups. They each have their own regular postseason, and then the people who do good from each group will go on to the national postseason.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of different levels there based on the quality
Yes.
of competition. So it does seem like it
Mhm.
takes a lot of time. Like you guys aren't just like, well, I'm just going to do a couple weeks here. No, like you keep winning, keep moving up, and you guys obviously have done well because you keep moving up.
Yep.
Um,
And
Obviously,
then-
D1 is going to take the longest because of the 2 different postseasons.
mhm.
Yeah. And then also for specifically Mario Kart, we compete in a league called the Collegiate Karting League, which is where we play 6v6 in, which is it's a whole different thing. That one includes 4-year colleges, big ones like Michigan State, Tennessee, Oklahoma, all those really big schools that
Mhm.
have way more people to pull from.
Yeah, it has like 10. Yeah, but that are like 10 times the amount of students that MCC does.
Yeah.
We can see that like in high school, like we could have a big school, small school, but they could actually have the same number of people out for esports. At least you guys have been able to at Marshalltown. Marshalltown can offer scholarships, right? Whereas like Iowa State, there are no scholarships that I know of as of right now for esports because it's designated as a club, whereas
Yeah, it's not
Marshalltown
really
can use it as a scholarship opportunity.
Yeah, it's not
they
really
have
like a
a
certified
club
sport.
level right now.
Yeah,
Yep.
because
They do
at
still
Marshalltown, the esports
Yep.
is under the athletics part.
Yep.
Yep. And that's a big difference. It's interesting talking to different colleges, like who can do scholarships and who can't. Obviously, a lot of the schools out for scholarships reach out to me as a coach because they want to recruit players all the time. So I like talking to the coaches too, because they can come in and coach. Marshalltown, of course, does a great job shoutcasting. They are the ones shoutcasting our state tournament every season. I'm sad I didn't get to go this fall. I guess we just got to play harder. So shoutcasting, have you guys both done that? What's your favorite thing about shoutcasting if you do that? Or what skills also have you taken away from shoutcasting?
My favorite thing about shoutcasting personally is getting to watch other people play their hearts out.
Because we get being esports players ourselves, we get to see both sides of it. It's always fun to be the one playing your heart out to do your best you can, but it's also really great to be able to commentate and watch someone else who's also playing their heart out and getting to see the exciting moments from a completely different point of view than you would see anywhere else. It's also just very fun just to get those really hype moments where something crazy happens and be able to show off how amazing it is from your own angle, with your own expertise and stuff like that, rather than just watching it from on like a live stream or as an audience member.
Now, do you like shoutcasting for Mario Kart only, or do you like the other titles? Even if you're not the experts in that title.
Actually, we did get to shoutcast at the high school Smash tournament last fall.
I usually the last year I casted the Smash tournament, and then last year's Mario Kart tournament I also casted. I really do like casting the console titles because they're just so fun to cast. But something else I do cast often is our college's Fortnite team. They're always super hyped to watch. So because they go really deep in playoffs, no matter what seed they are, they're just some of the most fun games to watch or to cast that I've even done ever.
And I'm sure you guys probably, especially with this Mario Kart, you're adding your own insight because your own experience, your knowledge about the game. The coaches, we had a quick little chat in our Discord just today about somebody was commenting in a high school that was shoutcasting. They had another teacher doing it who didn't know the game. So he was just going off on tangents and having fun with it, like he was talking about the McRib for a while, apparently on their shoutcast, I've been stuck doing the shoutcasting for a lot of our teams over the years, and that's not good for Overwatch because I still can't remember all the characters' names. I say there's the hamster ball guy, the robot girl. Yeah. I mean, it pretty much comes to that at that point. I'm good at Rocket League. I'm good at Smash.
I can't remember if this was my sophomore year or if it was the year after you left, but I remember there was a whole conversation during one of our matches where our shoutcasters were right next to us, just talk about the buoyancy of a goat.
That could have been my last year there. I always try to
I
get the
remember
students to be the shoutcasters and not me because it's a good skill set to learn. And I think people rather listen to you guys than to the coach. But I always thought that we should always live stream all our matches. And that was started because of COVID. Like we had to, no one could come in to watch us. But even so, it's a great way to promote the program. It's a great way to show what you guys are doing, all the work that you guys are putting in to play this, to compete at high levels. And the fact that you can still go onto the Nevada High School Esports YouTube channel and see all those videos from the first season, because I always took away that we never missed a match the first 2 years I was there. I can't say that about my time at Ames, but that's okay. We live stream when we can. If my computers would stop crashing, I'd probably do it more. We're already kind of about 20 minutes in. So, sorry. What are some of those, if you were to talk to a high school student for why they should play esports, what would be one thing you would say?
I mean, just go with what you want to love to do. Like if you love competing in like any title format that's like offered currently high school or even beyond into the college level, just keep going at it. Like try to get the best you can. Your efforts will pay off because the more if you put into it, the better you get. And it's also just a fun experience. You get to meet new people. I did it. I did when I was in college and high school, met so many new people that I love to talk to even to today. And you just get to see more experiences, it opens up your worldview a lot is what I'm trying to get at. Like it's just something that's not huge yet, but if you get there early enough, you will be ingrained in it very much.
Yeah, what Ryan said, like if you go in there and then just do your best, your efforts will pay off and you'll want to keep doing it.
And if it turns out that it's not your area, it's not that hard of a thing to just stop doing, because it's not like a negative thing. Just stop doing it. It's just, hey, if you realize you're not doing it, this is not your thing. There's no repercussions for dropping out. You haven't spent so long in like getting equipment for like baseball or football. You aren't spending a ton of time or money into it, especially if you've already gotten the stuff and have been playing forever.
Yep. I mean, you guys obviously played a lot before you came on the esports team. Play a lot in the esports team. It's helped you with getting to Marshalltown Community College, probably help you out as college students. We talked a little bit beforehand, Ryan, that you're looking at that next step after Marshalltown, and esports is going to be a part of that more than likely, helping you get connected to another school, get connected to other people. And so obviously you both would agree esports has had a positive impact on you.
100%. It has impacted my life greatly for the better.
Yeah, same here. It also changed my life.
And I constantly say that's why we do it. Like as coaches, as coordinators, I've put in a lot of time into this, unpaid often, but it's all about, again, to help out because I can see the possible impact. I'm so glad as a coach that it has had that very positive impact for you both, and that it hopefully will continue to have that impact moving forward. So I'm going to give you a chance. Is there one last thing you want to share out? Anything else you want to share about esports?
I don't think so. I think I went over a lot of the stuff I would talk about in this part overall. It's just a great thing to do. Esports, such an easy thing to connect with other people because it's online. It's just great kind of like industry to be a part of, I should say. Like,
yeah, and if you're one of those people who doesn't really like talking face to face, esports will be good for you.
Yeah.
You can't just play. So I mean, again, part of this whole project is to share out those stories, and that obviously you guys have both had positive short stories to share out, and I hope that esports continues to have a good impact on you guys moving forward. So if anybody's listening or watching, and you're wondering, should we do esports? I mean, you got two reasons right here why you should do esports. It's a great thing. I think it's great. obviously you guys were part of my first teams there in Nevada, and reason why I continue to still do all this work about esports is because it's for the students.
It's also just great for the all the coaching people you get be with. Like some of the best people that have been my coaches. You have Mr. Sampson, Mr. DeYoung, we have Coach Nate and Andrew at the college. It's not even limited to that. Not even the coaches of your direct titles. I have Coach Max, who's our Smash coach, who is probably one of my favorite coaches there at Marshalltown as well. And they've had huge impacts on our stuff as well, even if it's not directly correlated with just esports.
Coach Max has also supported the MCC Mario Kart team for quite a while now.
Yes. He's a great guy to be part with.
Yeah.
I have found a lot of great people. Well, we can still hear you, so that's a good thing.
Back again.
Like I said, there's a lot of great people that like to play to esports, and again, most schools you have to do it unpaid, so you get people who want to do this, and there's a reason why we continue to do it. So I'm going to thank you both for coming on, sharing your stories, sharing all that, and hopefully anybody listening, we'll have more episodes coming soon, so keep listening. Hopefully more college students and maybe some high school students if I can do that. So otherwise, thank you.